is going on? I'm Cole. I am joined here today with my co-host Blake. Blake, how are you doing today?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
I feel like that was a weird way that I entered it, and then also I asked you, "How are you doing today?" And you responded, "What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?"
That's
Which
true.
makes
That's I
me
didn't.
feel even weirder about the whole situation. So
Yeah, I guess I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Yeah.
it's Monday, so who can really complain, right?
Monday, yeah.
We're doing as good as we can on a Monday, on a Wednesday. We normally do this on a Tuesday. I don't know what's going on. It's almost Friday.
We
We're
got to
talking
tell
about
you about a book you need to buy today.
Yeah, dude, it technically came out today. So, like, unfortunately, if you were part of those people that like show up here and are like, you know what I want to do? I want to buy this book tomorrow. You still can buy it tomorrow because it's still in shops tomorrow. Also, I've got the warning spoilers on. We haven't even talked the book yet. I literally was in the bathroom up until about 2 to 3 minutes before we did this. I jumped in. This is like the first time ever I think Blake has beat me into the stream. And yeah, so that's where we are. I ate some pasta today.
Nice.
I've got over 13,000 steps today.
That's a lot of steps. I definitely don't have a lot of steps.
And I'm
Today.
drinking a Coke Zero Sugar because they pay us to say that. They don't. That's make believe. I made that up. We don't. Let's say
I wish.
chat.
I wish we had.
Yeah.
I wish we had Coca-Cola money,
dude. If we did, it'd be great. We got Kevin over at Entropy and Comics. How's it going, Kevin? Hope you're having an amazing Wednesday. We got Las Cruces all the way from New Mexico. We got our buddy Matt over at Comics by the Bay. How you doing, Matt? We got Chrissy Chaos over here.
Mr. Chaos.
He doesn't know who he loves more, and I like this. Blol.
Well, I thought that said beehole for a second.
Cake.
Blol.
Blake and Cole are two of the
I
best
can't do it. I gotta go.
sons of father.
I gotta go.
Yeah. We're apparently, Chaos has referred to me as a son a few times. I think never mind. I hope this Father's Day, he said he texts me at like 11. Not gonna say Happy Father's Day. We got three good nerds. How is it going? And we got Durs. Durs, how are you doing today?
Up, Durs?
Yeah, we're talking about a book from Image Comics.
Dude, you're so much better at the comments than I am. Oh my god! Like David Avalone the other night, like when he started going, it was hard to find his spot though.
Well, it's funny because I left a comment specifically about something that he said, and then I left one comment. I felt like you read it, and then you laughed, and then you forgot about it because I think it was it was when David Hazan was like. I liked when you guys were talking about Elvira more, and I was like, if you sent him feet pictures, and I feel like you looked down, then you laughed, then you stopped laughing.
That sounds kind of right.
But that was a fun interview, and if you guys aren't checking Blake out, normally his link would be down below. I did a real bad job. It's not there, but maybe you can find him. It might be here after post. If not, it's Blake Fuzz. He's on.
It's easy to find.
Instagram. Yeah. He talked to David Avalone, who created or not created, but worked on Elvira a lot of comics, and he's a character in TMNT, The Lost Ronin. So if you want to figure that out, make sure you listen to that because they'll talk about it there.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. Those Elvira comics, man. I know they're not the comics we're here to talk about, but for real, I've been telling people they remind me of it's like a hornier, spookier Deadpool. Really the way they break the fourth wall is really smart and fun, and it's oh man, they're funny. I was legit into it, and then I was binging them right to get caught up for the show, but it was pleasant podcast homework.
Yeah, sometimes
he's done almost 30 Elvira issues. It's crazy.
Sometimes you have to catch up some of those books and you don't get it. We also got Manny, the Hobgoblin collector. How you doing? He's been doing a lot of cool shorts too, I know, talking about some of the Spider-Man villains. So if you want to learn about those, make sure you go over there. Check those out. We also got Trev, the shipping guru. If you guys don't know about a Weenalist, it is when you take a hot dog, you put some cheese under it, and on top of it you put some raviolis.
What? That's amazing.
I'll send it to you later. I sent him this picture on Instagram that was they always say it's something like they always come back, but I'm already prepared, and it's just a picture of that, and you're like, what?
Are they T-Ravs or like soft Ravs?
They're like Chef Boyardee ravs.
So no breading. Okay. My dad called them soft shell ravs the other day. That looked like a crab. He was like, I don't, we've never had these soft shell ravs. I was like,
Oh, love a good soft shell rav. Where'd you get that? How you doing over there? This has been a weird start. Apparently, when we go live on a Wednesday, it's weird. We're both on the silly juice
it's
today.
that new comic book day, man.
No, it's that hump day, dude. We're on
Yeah,
that hump day.
almost the terror's almost over.
So we're here to talk about a book. If you guys are here down below, you can see I've got a little scrolling banner. If you want to get in on this, we're going to be giving away the trade for this. This book comes out today, technically. It'll maybe in bookstores a little bit later. It's called Flawed. This is volume 1 of this book.
And volume 1 of this particular show. Volume 2 will be better.
Yeah, volume 2, we'll fix all these. Yeah. Would you eat a hard shell rav? So those are deep fried raviolis. It's
or baked. Yeah,
with like, right?
Yeah. We call them T-Ravs here in Kansas City. Well, I call them T-Ravs. I happen to be in Kansas City, but that's me and my family and friends have made that a thing. I'm sure other people call them T-Ravs. We can't be the ones that invented it. I swear.
I would assume that you guys are the only people that call it. Like, I've never heard that. Also, though, I've never even thought about a soft shell ravioli before. I know about them. Those are pretty much the only way I think I eat raviolis.
I should have one of my artists, some artist that owes me a favor or something, or someone who likes me, draw me like a soft shell ravioli crab character and make a new Blake's Buzz t-shirt. or that could be our first Blake and Cole t-shirt.
Yeah,
the Blake and Cole badge on it.
Oh, dude, man. Okay. Hey, okay, Google, make note of around 6 minutes into this episode, find soft shell ravioli comment, turn it into a YouTube short. That all was taken on my phone. Who knows what's gonna happen? Oh, my phone immediately opened YouTube. Oh my gosh, that was a really gross picture. I don't know what's happening. We're weird. We need that shirt. Yeah. So hey, if there's any artists in here that want to draw the soft shell ravioli crab that just says Blake and Cole read a book.
No, we put the logo on it, like the little logo.
Yeah. So I was starting to read this intro, but my face hurts a little bit. I don't think that we came in giggling this much in a while. Hey, thanks. I needed that. So this book is written by Eisner Award-winning Bitter Root co-creator Chuck Brown and superstar artist Prenzy from On the Stump. They reunite for an ultra-violent, high-octane thrill ride that's Frasier meets the Punisher. I remember on my most anticipated comic books, I said Frasier meets the Punisher. I have no clue what that means, but I'm in, even though I don't even like Frasier. I just want to see how this takes off.
Yeah. Well, because the Punisher is the Punisher, hyper violent, vigilante justice kind of stuff, and Frasier is about a therapist and monsters that invade society that people grow in their basement.
Yes, I love that episode of Frasier.
I thought the therapist part was a very small element.
There is more in it, but I guess too, when I think of Frasier, I get that he's a therapist and there is a lot of that, but I always think of radio host first. Is that weird? I guess I probably watch maybe at max 5 episodes of Frasier.
No, because that's
not full.
Yeah, that's what he does. He's a therapist on the radio. For a second, I forgot about that and thought I was talking about a whole different series. And I was like, I swear to God, he wasn't a DJ. He was a therapist. He was both.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Both. And
what
we
a
got
show.
a Naruto shirt up in the house. I'm a big fan of Naruto too. I started watching that during pandemic. Also, nice. I have a new coworker that I hired, and he's been reading a lot of manga lately. So I'm gonna try and hey, you want to do a show with this weird guy on the internet that I know? You guys can talk manga together. He'll just be like, no, thank you. I'm already. I
gotta use that unbelievable title. It's too good. It's got to be a show. I just can't. I just abandon comics for manga, and that'll take it. That'll take over my life, and then all the promo and people I work for now. I'll just redo. I'll just
Yeah.
rebrand in the middle of all this.
Try and get Jinji Ito to sign you for some
Yeah.
stuff. So,
Like let me hype your next book, Gingy. I swear I'll do good. It'll be great.
I'll do good, Jinji.
You going on Kickstarter anytime soon? No, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Why would I
I
ask
wouldn't
you
either.
that?
But it does it make sense? I don't know, man. Like some people do
It works for a
Kickstarters,
lot
and
of
you're like,
people. Yeah.
why are you doing? I mean, like Terry Moore is doing a Kickstarter.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves
Keanu
did
Reeves
a
doing
Kickstarter.
Wesley Snipes did. Or no, they did a different crowdfunding.
Wesley
Or wait,
Snipes.
no. Was that on Kickstarter or was that
I
on?
don't know. It's probably
Yeah.
on like Indiegogo.
Shit. Just kidding.
I don't know. I have no idea. We got
Ew,
comics. What's
Indiegogo.
going on? We're talking. We got Blake. We got Cole.
What are people
We
comics?
were attempting to talk about Flawed.
We
I
started.
gave the first part of it. So like, okay, let's just get into this. Give me your first thoughts. What were
It
your? What do you?
fucking ruled. It was awesome. The like Prinzy, I'm sorry. I mean, I might be ignorant here. This is my first experience with this artist, and wow, like the art is so good. It's a little bit animated, but also like real mean and fucking violent. It's this cool mixture, and just like really, really vibrant colors. Yeah, the panels, there were some great splash pages. Love the art and the violence and the characters. Like it was a really good, a really good book.
So I would say the hardest thing for me to say about this book. I was thinking about this. So I walked for 3.5 miles today.
I
So
would
that
walk 3.5 miles.
that took me 2 hours. And by 2 hours, I mean literally 1 hour, which is half of 2 hours. And I was thinking, like, what would I classify this book as? Like, what
Hmm.
genre would I put this in? Because it's like there's a lot of stuff. Like, I kind of came down to like action with a twist.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Is that something that even crossed your mind at all?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really trying to label it as a genre. What I was trying to think of a better, like a Punisher meets X comparison, and
Oh,
also there's also a little bit of there's a little bit of Batman. Even the town sounds like Gotham. It's
yeah.
like it's like Sotham instead of Gotham, or Satham. So I mean, you
And
could say it like Sotham, kind of.
And this is a book, when you said that about the art, this is
What's
a
up, Steven?
book that I am a huge fan of. And hey, what's going on, Steven? We also got 23 Munch in the house. How's it going? I wanted to go through, I'm going through and I'm looking at all of the stuff on Image to see if I can get some covers. And by covers, I mean actual pictures of this book. I think the bad thing about this book, in reading this book in digital,
Mm-hmm.
is I think this is one of those books that might give you a little bit of a like bummer if you read it digitally over physically, because there are so many amazing splash panels in this.
Yeah. Fortunately for me, I have a 12.4-inch tablet,
God damn it, dude.
and it's not that bad when you cock it sideways.
So the only thing is I'm just so like, I get it and you can do that. I'm just so bad at doing it. The issue I get is that by the time I realize that it's supposed to be that,
You're already on the other part of the page.
yeah, I'm already on the other page, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
And yeah, if anyone, like, I'm just trying to get some of these imageries, because I think I was going to say one of the things that I planned to say here was, what is somebody saying something mean to me?
No.
Oh, I'm literally like in Photoshop as we're doing this. But one of the things I wanted to say about this book was that I think that this might be one of the best art of any of the books that we've done.
Yeah. It's easy. It's beautiful. Like I said,
Okay.
I really love. Why am I blurry? I really loved it. And I dug the writing too. Bitter Root is a really cool book. I haven't finished it. I'm still waiting on. I really wanted that hardcover omnibus they put out.
Oh, nice.
I
Yeah,
think
I
those
ended up
Image hardcovers. That's my weakness.
Yeah, I ended up buying the first issue and it just sat in a short box. And then during COVID, that had a huge spike of people like wanting it, and it was fairly low print run. So I was like, I mean, if this is just in the back of a print, like a box, and people are already paying a ton of money for it, I should probably just sell this and worst case
What'd
read
you
it
get for it?
digitally. I mean, probably nothing insane, but probably somewhere between 20 and 30 bucks.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah.
for a book that I paid cover price for or whatever. So
Yeah.
this is one of the splash pages, and I had to
Oh.
put it together.
Good job.
because it's 2 separate pages on Image's website. But this is some of the art that we're talking about. And I'm sorry, I definitely, as I said, I was running a little bit behind, but I think this art is great, and there's a ton of it. There's some really good pictures that I was gonna grab, but I was kind of scared to grab only due to the fact that like there's kind of a reveal, which I feel like if you put it in there, people might be upset. But
Hmm.
actually there's this. This might be a good one to show off here real quick. Sorry, I'm mid editing and explaining to you about panel works that I think might be good to show on this. This is why you come to our show, right? Hey, this is the best artwork we've had, but I also didn't have enough time, even though we took 1 extra day to make this happen. So
Yes.
this is some of the brutality that you're gonna see in this book.
Yes.
Like it gets crazy insane. And I see some people also, he did say 12.4. That 0.4 is really what makes the
Yeah.
difference, I think.
Seals the deal. 12's not good enough.
Yeah, but I think you'd kind of mentioned too. There is some kind of like cartoony looks to this, but I just think it was like it was good. I know you
and
made
I
a
love,
joke.
yeah.
This
Like,
book was flawless in our like chat
yeah.
to each other, and I was like, I like your play on words. I almost made that the hashtag, but I didn't
Oh,
because that's the type of person I am
speaking
today.
of hashtag, enter hashtag
Yeah,
flawed to possibly win a copy of this awesome,
yeah.
amazing book.
And it might come a week later because you know what? I'm probably going to send it on Amazon. I'm
Yeah.
just going to be completely honest with you. That's the easiest way to do these types of things. And I'm sorry if that upsets you. I know Trev got one that was kind of weird. And I was like, hey, dude, let me give you a label so that you can send it back. He's like, eh. It almost looked like the way that he was explaining it, like just looked like somebody just like rubbed some like junk on the back of it. I don't know
Oh.
what's going on. But it was also like he was like, I've never gotten anything on Amazon that's a comic book. They just shove it in a giant box and it's a trade paperback. Like, welcome to Amazon.
Yeah.
And
The
I
risks
normally
and
try
the
to say,
rewards.
yeah. So here's a picture of a bird that's loading. Boop, birds. And that goes into the splash. Boop, boop. So these are the first 2 pages of this book, in case you're wondering.
Yeah, that giant bird. It's a cool.
It was a pretty
cool
sweet thing.
character.
There's some other really cool ones in here, but like one of them kind of show the reveal of like maybe the big bad of the story. So I didn't want to.
That was like, what big reveal is there?
And it's not
That's
really a reveal, but like
no,
if you're
it's a good thing though. Yeah, cool.
you're
Everyone
just
does.
upset because I have a better starting word than you. And it's what people come here for. And it's the audio that we're bringing because our beautiful faces can't bring everyone in. They're looking for those nice deep voices that we try to provide to you. So this book is 6 issues. We might get to talking about this, which is also funny because this might be one of the better books that we've talked about on this series. And somehow it's just not really been a great day for us to get into talking about it. 6 issues. It came out from Image Comics. I think from what I can tell, it might just be that creative team of, there's also Carrie. I'm not sure what Carrie does, but Chuck Brown, Prenzi, the artist, and then Carrie is the letterer.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this book is good. I remember I was so glad when this came out that we could talk about it because I pulled like the first 3 issues and it was one of those books that I just kind of like forgot about kind of, and not like in a bad way. It's just like I just get behind on comics sometimes. And there's certain times where I don't think I ever added this to my pull list. I was just grabbing it off the shelf. And then I think one day, like issue 4, it just wasn't there. And I was like, probably should have added that, but maybe I'll just wait until the trade comes out at this point. Because if that's not a sign from God, I don't know what is. I don't know if that's really even a sign from God. Maybe that's just, somebody in my wallet telling me not to buy that. Or sometimes I just show up to the comic book shop on like a Saturday. Like the cool thing about that is you don't spend extra money on those books that you don't really need because most likely they're not there by then.
Hey man, it's better than me. When you told me Flawed came out, you were like, we were talking about like what to read this week. He's like, Flawed came out. I was like, what's that?
Yeah.
I totally did not. I missed this. I probably shouldn't say this, I guess, is like, don't remove me, Image, but I get Image's review emails and I try and read the number ones when I can just to see what's going on, but yeah, I missed this totally. And yeah, it's fucking great. I really cannot express like the amount of just wonderful, joyous fun I had reading this. It was like, oh, is everything like if you ever wanted like Batman to just kill people, like really kill them, just quit fucking around and just do it. I
But
know
also have a
most of
day
us
job.
don't. And also, yeah, also have a day that isn't like a well, an elitist rich, person owning daddy's, boat dealership. I don't, I'm sure the Waynes have a boat dealership somewhere.
They do actually. Gotham City is the #1 importer of boats in the DC universe. So take that to the bank if you're ever on trivia night and they're asking what city is the most boat imports in the DC universe. The answer is Gotham because of the Wayne boat dealership.
Wow. It's fucking small world, man. But yeah, she's almost Batman, but like because she's a regular person.
Yeah.
She doesn't have superpowers. She's very smart. She's very passionate, and she's a little bit fucking crazy. I love that essay at the end of the short essay at the end of the volume. Like it was this um like this little intelligent thought piece from an academic or a doctor. So I didn't look at their title. I'm guessing it was either a doctor I'm pretty sure probably a doctor or
It's literally
with a
written by
PhD.
Blake.
Yeah,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm a guy who pretends to be a doctor.
This guy writes essays for Image Comics under crazy pseudonyms. But it was cool that he pretty much talks about how every superhero is and has to be insane, and I was like, oh, okay, and like that insanity and sane and insane, that boundary played a part, like with her being a therapist, and it was smart. It was a smart book on top of being just like hyper violent and crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, this is a book. As I said, I started reading it.
Hope
I kind of got
facts.
delayed. I'm not really sure why or where. Sometimes you just lose stuff. But I think that this was such a good little hit. I know that the day this came out was the same day a book with an author you talked about, Old Dogs, came out. Those
Oh.
two books I remember because I talked about both of these and I was like, Old Dog seems like the book that maybe I'm gonna like more out of these two, and I think Flawed was the one that ended up catching my eye after the two of them.
Hmm.
It's just Flawed is very original, I think, too, in this kind of a thing. Like it is kind of its own thing. I think it takes some pretty cool elements from kind of horror books, but also just like action books. But there's even, like as you mentioned, there's some like she's a therapist. There's some like psychological stuff in there that's pretty good. There's, some teamwork. It turns into kind of a buddy cop in
Mm-hmm.
like they're not actual cops, but I guess there is a cop with them. But, I don't know. Just kind of changes the way I think that there's some pretty funny spots in this book, but it's mostly serious. It gets pretty brutal. Like, I mean, like we're talking, it's like berserker brutal, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
but not like to a way that it's overdone. How much nudity? I'm gonna say, I think, being completely
None.
honest, if anything, unless you're calling like shirtless old dudes,
Oh, the old guy in the
and
hospital.
you maybe might see like a weird like shadow shaft because there's just some naked dudes that
Sh-
don't have skin.
Shadow Shaft.
I mean, like there's no outright nudity, but you might see
That's a
some
superhero name, man.
shadow shaft.
Yeah, Shadow Shaft and Banana Hammock or something,
Yeah.
like his little sidekick.
And they
The ham.
both have Shadow Shaft comes with a 12.4-inch tablet, and his little friend Banana Hammock is the 7-inch kids Amazon Kindle. What is going on, Comic Journey? I'm sorry that I don't have a
That's what's
mustache. I
disturbing you.
shaved it, but hey, whatever. Yeah, we're getting weird. We're talking. Yeah, Little Yachty is bringing up Little Yachty and Smashing Pumpkins.
Wow,
Wait, what's going on with Little
dude.
Yachty
I don't
and
know.
Smashing Pumpkins? I mean, I don't like Smashing Pumpkins, but Lil Bo is. I like that one little kid named Rory that talks about Little Yachty and Lil Pump. So if you don't know about that, maybe I'll link that YouTube video down below later. I probably won't. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, but just look up Rory talks about, man, what is that song called? Baby Daddy. The song is called Baby Daddy because Rory goes, Baby Daddy. That sounds inviting. And this is like a random 10-year-old reviewing rap songs, and he had to play the edited one so his friends won't be mad at him at school.
Wow.
It's a good channel. So That got weird. The main character's name is Gem Ez in
Yeah.
this, and I always wondered, like, did they want to originally name her like Gemez is like one name, but first name Gem, last name EZZ.
Yeah, it was odd. I didn't know. It was- yeah, maybe it's a normal last name somewhere. I don't know.
They do come. I don't remember where they came from, but Egypt.
Yeah.
They're Egyptian because there is some Egyptian lore in this too, if we're
Hmm.
being honest. Mostly what we're dealing with though is that there's kind of like these immortals, right? And they're pretty bad people.
Yeah.
And she's a therapist who kind of goes after her patients like bad people.
Yeah. And the the immortal stuff is so weird. Like they call this what's his name? The Skinner guy.
What
He skins
Skinwalker, right?
yeah, the Skinwalker. He's
Skinwalker.
like a serial killer. It goes after like little girls and
But I think he also skins them, right?
yeah, he skins them alive and like it's fucked up and he's immortal. Like he's got this like he can't kill him. He gets hurt and it takes him time to heal himself, but it's like a very very slow Wolverine process. And these rich
Yes.
people all like they take care of him and let him do whatever they want and
Because they sell his
they
blood
sell his
to
blood to people. Yeah.
to make people feel good about themselves, and it's weird. And like, so also, like, I definitely know that like that part sounds disturbing with the like, skinning kids alive. You don't actually see any of
Yeah,
that in the
it's just
book. They
they
talk
talk
about
about
it,
it.
but yeah, none of that actually is seen. So if that is something you don't want to see, you're not going to see it.
Yeah, but it gives you reason to like hate this guy and be bothered by him, and like it definitely the narrative and it, and the dialogue it builds a lot of tension to start with. It's just they're like you're going after this really bad sick like dude, right? And you're like you're in like a True Detective almost scenario, and it's the season one, like the real good season of True Detective. And then you find out that he's not even the worst dude, and there's all these other worse
Yeah.
people, and you're like, oh my god, like, and then when the villain gets revealed, and then something happens, and even that changes, and that the final boss gets like reaches their ultimate form, you could say, right? It's just like an ever empowering villain cycle that you're just like, how are they going to win? Which is my one problem with the book is, and I won't. I was going to ask you this in the green room, but we didn't really have one. There's how they win was weird because all of this thing goes from like being invulnerable to all of a sudden it can get hurt, and I was confused.
And I think the hard thing too is I don't really know. This never came out until issue. I'm just looking at League of Comic Geeks. Up until issue, or I'm lying. I'm looking at Image's website, right? I don't know if this was meant to be a longer series or not
Hmm.
because it goes from issue 1, issue 2, issue 3, issue 4, issue 5, issue 6 of 6. So they
Because
don't call it that.
it leaves with a they could do more. Like,
It also leaves with a the end, and also on Image's site for issue number 6 it says miniseries finale. So this
hmm,
could be a thing. It, Technically I think that there's stuff that they could do beyond this, but this is kind of one of those, and let's get into, I call it the like, I mean, True Detective's kind of a good example. Maybe not. The second season kind of sucked, but the third season was fine.
yeah, it was okay. But
But
the
like
first season, that like the
yeah,
serial killer, like
it's like
that's
that
what
band
this
that has a
like made me
great
feel.
first album, and you're like,
Yeah.
not doing better than that. And unfortunately, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they could. I mean, I love the team. I think that this was both written and the art was amazing. Also, Kenneth Bird, welcome. You spelled flawed wrong. It's spelled down there. Make sure you correct that if you want to be entered in that. Do you really need anything beyond this?
I don't know.
Oh, I think he's saying like the 6 issues, I'm guessing. But yeah, and it's kind of funny too.
I don't think he likes it. He said, I mean, maybe it's not for everybody. We
I
like
don't
it.
know that I don't know that Comic Journey actually read this. I would guess
Uh,
that he hasn't, but maybe he hasn't. A lot What does it say? A lot of Image are doing minis to see if they sell, I'm guessing, giving Hitma Volume 2. Oh, interesting. Yeah. So that Hitma or whatever, Hitomi, that's what it
Hitomi.
is. Which that book comes out next week, which I was gonna recommend that we do that, but I think there might be a better book coming out. You'll see when we release release what we're doing next week. But who knows? Hey, things could always change. This is also written mature. The main character in this book, as you can kind of see in this thing over Blake's shoulder, wears a mask, and part of me wonders, because this mask is like, obviously it covers her face, and it seems like something is superhero, but part of me wondered, if COVID didn't happen, do you think this mask, if they wrote this story, would be designed like this?
I don't
I
know.
That's just a random thing I saw and I thought about.
Yeah, I mean, because she needed a mask, like just she needed something to
Yeah, to hide
not show her
herself.
face. But yeah, that's interesting.
It's just kind of a random thought I had. And also, hey, what is going on, Mad Respect? I still have
What
to
up?
send your book. I'm sorry that I've been really bad at that. The ones on Amazon are so much easier than me putting them in a box and sending them. But I promise you, I'll probably throw some extra stuff in there, including these cool new stickers. Check these bad boys out. We got the sticker. There's a mustache on that. Gosh, we're in the same. Oh, look at that. It came up. And we got a magnet.
Look at that magnet. All right, so 3 cool things about Cole. He got stickers and magnets made. He taught me a lot about making YouTube shorts. Hashtag got 2 fucking views on one today. You guys ever do that? Like you could put one
Yeah,
out, and it didn't take long. It was like it was a template, right? But I was like, oh, cool. And it was like, man, 2, like one place got 2, one place got 5. I was like, wow, cool. Not today, I guess. YouTube. It's like really got me in the guts. I feel like a failure. And then I'm sorry I failed everybody, honestly, with the show. And no, I'm kidding. And it was a third shit. What is it? Cool. He's a good dad. He's a good dad.
yeah,
So
thank you.
that's 3 cool things about Cole.
And we got couch and slouching. We got
That's a new segment that Cole wanted to implement onto
yeah, the new segment of
we had no time to prepare, but Cole was like, Blake, we're gonna do 3 things I like about Cole tonight. I got chaos in the audience. He's gonna spill out that question.
Yeah, he's like, I knew this was coming and I still couldn't figure out 3 great things to say about the dude. I had to improvise. So easy to derail this. Yeah, I mean, it really is, which is funny too. It's funny that you bring Blake into my chat and he can definitely read off these chats super easy, but you have him in his and it's like, no, it's
no,
so.
I read them in mine. It's just like I can't get the other people to stop talking sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, getting you to stop talking and another person to stop talking at the same time is loosely the hardest thing to do.
Like,
I just force myself to stop talking sometimes, which is funny because, like, usually most people, I don't know. I didn't think that, this would be a place that I'd be in, but here we are together. We're on episode 14 of this show. We still haven't really figured out a format. We're still kind of loosely talking about the book, but we're enjoying them. We're giving them away. If you're in the audience and you haven't put in that hashtag, make sure you do it. We got 15 entries in this bad boy.
Oh yeah,
we're only halfway through this segment. Let's get rowdy. One of the cool things I also liked about this book is that there is another character in this book. I do not remember their name, and I do remember their name because they go by the code name of Relic. And her thing that she likes to do is use guns. And the crazy thing about it is I'm reading this book while you were talking to David, and I already forgot his last name, and I'm sorry about that.
Avalonian.
But he was talking about how he was doing a research for some comic, and he was looking up the difference between guns in certain eras, and he was talking about those like 1920s machine guns that have the weird thing. And as I'm reading it, this character shows up, and
That's
you
funny.
see her using this thing, where it's just like, this is very weird that you are talking about this with somebody else that has nothing to do with this book. And it's happening in this book.
Yeah, I always love it when a Tommy gun comes out. Like that's why I like old mobster gangster movies. I miss those guns. They're just so fun.
Or you can watch Home Alone.
Oh yeah.
Or you can listen to that band we're not supposed to listen to anymore because their singer is kind of a piece of crap.
Is he what? I don't
there's a brand new song about okay, I believe you, but my comedy gun doesn't. I think that's like a line from that thing in Home Alone.
Oh,
that movie that they watch in Home Alone.
Yeah, the black and white movie.
Yeah,
that he plays to trick him.
Nah, pizza guy. We got
spoiler,
Comic Journey.
Spoiler alert if you haven't seen Home Alone.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Home Alone, spoiler alert. Also, spoiler alert, Sixth Sense, they're ghosts all along. That just killed Blake into a cough. We got Comic Journey, the #1 fluffer. Make sure you go over to his channel and tell him that you wish him a happy day, because every day is a blessing. And we're glad that every one of you guys are here today
Sir.
hanging out with us. Brand new. Yeah. Sorry, the lead singer became a piece of crap.
Oh, I never really listened to them. I don't know a lot about them.
That was a made-up movie within a movie. It's real, dude. It's real. I read it on the internet. Get out of here. It's called Okay, I Believe You, but my Tommy Gun Don't. I think that actually might be the name of the made-up movie. I could be no crying game spoilers. I haven't seen it. I did watch The Terrifier #2.
I want to see it. Was it good? Did you like it?
It's so, yes, I really liked it. There are some weird things in it. It definitely has some weird, like, if you're a fan of D&D, you're going to like this. You don't have to be to like it, but there's some weird fantasy and like other elements in it that is kind of weird. So like, I don't know, all slasher movies, right? For the most part, excluding like I'm trying to think of some that are like, more, all slashers loosely have this kind of like superhero thing, right? Like, can they die? Do they not die?
Okay.
Are they real? Are they not real?
Like,
and like
superhero, dude?
the Terrifier, also has that. But this is the first one where maybe the other characters that aren't the bad guys get that. And that's where it gets kind of cool and kind of weird at the same sense, right?
Interesting. You said it's on Prime?
It is on Prime. I'm pretty sure. I could be lying to you. It might be on Peacock. I don't even know anymore. I'm pretty sure it's on Prime, though.
Love the cock.
You and Nick.
It's a good service.
Yeah, cool. Everyone do a shot when I say loosely. Chaos is loosely my favorite person that I've ever met in Vegas. For a while, he used to always get upset when I said loosely, so then I started saying it more, and now it just became like more into my language than it should be. Like, so I took I was supposed to do like more public speaking, and I took this class where you're kind of supposed to learn your ums, your ahs, and that stuff. And I almost replaced it with the word like, which for some people probably triggers them way worse than ums and ahs. But it also gets really hard for me when I listen to people that do that a lot, because I was like trained to focus myself into hearing them. Not that I do a great job anymore, but like I can also notice it when other people do, which it's like, it's weird when you take one of those because it almost ruins it for you, I think.
I notice when because I know I say like a lot, and I hear it when I say it, and my brain's like idiot, and I'm like, why didn't you tell me that right before?
Yeah. Well, I said there was a time when I was saying it a lot, and my dad was like, "Are you like a valley girl now?"
Oh.
Thanks, Dad. Trying my best out here. So we're talking about Flawed, the comic book. 6 issues. It's from Image Comics. It's got the all-star team of Chuck Brown and Prenzy. And the letterer is Becca Carey. I know we talked about that earlier, but now I'm actually seeing it. I think the covers on this are pretty sweet. They do a sweet
nice
job.
Variants too.
Yeah, they do a sweet job of showing
the
moist. It does a great job of, in this book, the one thing that I really respect about this trade is that you see in the beginning of the issue, here's the A cover. At the end of it, here's the B cover. And then in the back gallery, there's a lot moist. Hashtag Cole says moist. Did I actually say moist before, or was it just this part?
It was both.
I said it before this?
There's multiple moists.
Oh. I and like a lot if I'm not prepared. Like, that's totally cool, dude. Moist.
I mean, I get prepared in this. I read a lot before my interviews and shows. Just still say like all the goddamn time.
And it's hard. The one thing that I've noticed too, my favorite is when I'm listening to you do interviews, is when you're like, you say something and then you kind of forget where you're going. Yeah. And then you kind of repeat what you say again, and then you finish it out strong. And I'm like, yeah, good for you. You figured it out.
I hate when that happens. That I don't like that feeling of like you start talking and then you're like, oh no.
I just
what was I going with this?
I can sense your panic a little bit, but
you would think that would stop happening after over 60 episodes and all these fucking live streams and interviews, and nope, still
You know,
Even when I'm stone cold sober sometimes, and I'll start talking and forget where I was going. I'm
oh,
my father's son. My dad does that all the time.
dude. So also this bugged me. In this book, it talks about how Chuck Brown is co-writer of Bitterroot.
Uh-huh.
It talks about how superstar artist Prenzy from On the Stump and how they reunite for this ultraviolet book. And I was like, what book did they write together? And apparently Chuck Brown wrote On the Stump. So if anyone out in the audience read On the Stump, let us know. Is that worth looking at? I'll probably go back and read it because I'm going to be completely honest. Prenzy's art really surprised me. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it. I want to see it. There were some awesome covers for On the Stump. And I don't know. There's this guy named Shaq. He's on Twitter. I bought a lot
Yeah,
of
he
random
talked about
books.
it a lot.
I buy a lot of books from him because he just randomly is like, you know what? I buy all these sweet variants. And then he's like, anyone want to buy all these sweet variants for half the price? And I'm like, I don't want to, but I will. And he always just like, here, I'll throw in this other book. And then it's like, I have this awesome On the Stump cover. So maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I'll check it out. But if you haven't already, make sure you put in #Flawed to be entered in the giveaway to get this trade. I don't want Cole to feel left out. I fight for his moistness. Thanks.
The moistness. Oh, the moistness of it all. Wow, these are some comments. You guys are feeling fucking frisky tonight too. Apparently,
you guys probably should have been in that Elvira stream last night.
Where were you guys last night?
When I was trying to send Blake pictures of my feet. So this is
and we apparently should have talked about Elvira more. Sorry for the listeners we let down.
Oh well, hey, you know what? I was setting up a computer thing last night. It's called a pie hole. Have you heard about a pie hole?
No, I have not.
It's loosely something you put on a Raspberry Pi.
Okay.
And it makes it so that you don't have to view ads.
Wow.
Any ads. It just kind of takes the ads away.
So you can then use that as like a web browser?
You can loosely, so you just whatever.
Loosely use it as a web browser?
Yeah, you don't. It is not a web browser at all, but it helps you. Pretty much, you get.
It's
YouTube
like a little
Premium.
computer, like a simple computer, right?
Yeah,
you can. And they do like emulators for old games on them. I know that.
Yeah. Or you can do that. I mean, some people use it for like a security system. You can have like it monitor off that. You can even put like Linux operating system on it. Just use it as a little mini computer. I literally have a Raspberry Pi right here. So if you don't know what a Raspberry Pi is, this is what it is. That's the logo right there. But it's just this. Well, I guess I don't know, but it's this little thing in here. It comes with some USBs. It's got a network cable. It's got a power set, even HDMI. So hey, it's like a little old computer. You can do whatever you want with it. Shots. We got Red03. Hey, Red, what's going on? I just got here. Start over.
We haven't started that much. It's okay.
Pretty much, we talked about Flawed is good. Prenzy is great. Chuck Brown is the writer.
There are 6 issues.
There are 6 issues. We definitely got to that. They wrote the book On the Stump. I said loosely a few times. For a while, we just started screaming moist. If you want to win a trade, put #Flawed. This book was better than fine.
That should be the clip for the short right there. The Cole
okay,
recap.
Google, remember 43 minutes. I should probably text you these times again. Dude, yeah. So we've always talked, we should make clips of when we say funny things, and then we never do. So, I should just find the moist compilation of today.
Yeah, the moist compilation would be good too.
Anyone ready for the moist? Tell me more about the moist. Literally, this is how the moist happened. Also, Blake gave 3 fun facts about me. Chaos just randomly said "say moist," and then Blake goes moist, and then I started saying moist, and that's how we got it. So if you just want to know something, you want us to say something, throw it in here. Please don't put anything weird or racist because we're probably not going to say those.
Not going to say that.
If you put something weird, we'll probably say it if we don't understand what it means in the beginning. Or I'll like start to say it and then I'll stop when I get to the point where I'm like, dang it, Taylor. Why'd you have to do that? This is a
Yeah.
book that we can read. Oh, also, if you read On the Stump, let us know if you thought it was good,
Yeah, I'm
because
interested in
we were
that
both
too.
really interested in Prenzi's writing. Taylor, also, did you ever read this book, Flawed? Because I wonder what you'd think about this. I think you would like this. It's all we also talked about. There's some immortal stuff. There's also
There's
my wife
monsters.
just my wife just said apparently I set an alarm in my daughter's room for 9:58. So she canceled because apparently I'm right under my daughter's room, and when I said, "Hey Google, don't get there," uh, something about 43 minutes. That's 43 minutes.
That's funny. Google's stupid. Well, it's a lot.
Depends on the
Yeah,
day.
depends on the day. You know how tired I am. Everything depends on how tired I am.
Yeah, well, it's kind of funny. I know that he didn't read it, and also I think Mike's saying that he didn't even see this one. But yeah, I mean, even Blake mentioned it. I think it was just kind of one of those books. When I was doing my most anticipated comics, I literally looked at every single number one, and I was like, you know what? I'll still get back to this. The tagline for the first issue when I read it was Frasier meets the Punisher, and I have no clue what that is. I have no clue what this link is. I assume it's terrible, but don't go there. Or maybe go there. Who knows? You be the decider. Oh yeah, Rory. This is another thing that you missed. Oh, did he drop the Rory reviews little yachty? Yeah, baby daddy. Hopefully, yeah. That's it. That is worthwhile watching. That is loosely one of
Your
my favorite.
opinions just drastically changed
Yeah.
from seeing that comment to now. You're like,
If
that's probably weird. Don't look at it. Oh my god, it's the best thing ever.
Rory reviews little yachty is easily one of my favorite
Oh my
YouTube
god,
videos of all time. I'm probably gonna play this for Blake after the show.
I'm
And we're
excited.
we're gonna talk about it. I just love when he's like, "This song's called Baby Daddy." That's inviting. Oh, Rory, bless your heart.
such a
Oh,
cute little
also,
guy.
I said that every day is a blessed day at one point. So hey, we're not even off the rails. We were never on
There
the
were no
rails. This one,
rails.
this was a very weird one. Also, Zach, thank you, or Zars, thanks for showing up. Ah, I laughed a lot. My face hurts a little bit more than it normally does. Hoy.
Someone said the Frasier lyrics: tossed salad and scrambled eggs.
Is that it's tossed salad and
I
scrambled
don't know
eggs?
if it's tossed salad. It definitely says scrambled eggs in the theme song. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
Frasier.
Yeah, it isn't it like the yeah. I think
I
it's
take
Frasier.
I take it back. Don't start over. I apparently loogied on myself at one point. This is weird. This is the weirdest thing about this is probably the most evenly sober we've both
Yeah.
been on one of these streets.
We should drink. Jesus Christ.
Well,
Good time.
I'm really thankful for the people that stuck around.
Yeah,
For this.
like you're our real fans. You're the real
Yeah.
heroes.
You're the real
Not all
hero.
heroes wear capes. They hang out on
Yes.
Blake and Cole Read a Book, episode 14.
One of the
I'm really
best
glad this isn't the one that like the creators showed up.
I mean,
This Image will finally watch this tomorrow and be like, what the fuck? Everybody, please buy this book so they can track the metrics.
Yeah, just tell them that Cole and Blake
Tell
sent me.
Cole and Blake
Leave
sent
it as an Amazon comment. I don't even know if that's something that you could do.
Yeah.
I literally, just go to Amazon.
Write it in the
Leave a
review.
review for this. Best book ever. Cole and Blake talked about it, and they both said moist. Also, the weird thing that I just noticed is, look, your little flawed thing got chopped up when we did it this way.
Yeah, it cuts it a little bit. Half our logo's gone too. It's
I
just
didn't
you
know
now.
that, yeah, it's just me, the better half. I
Yeah.
think we're both gonna agree on that one. Sorry for ruining your show. It's low hanging fruit. Yeah, we did our best. I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, I don't know that today apparently is something kind of weird, but
It's a good book. You should buy it. Remember
Well,
how
hey.
much fun you had hanging out on the show and then take
Yeah.
that energy to the store and buy this
I
book.
think this is the best compliment that we got. If we need to make this a shirt. This show is definitely on par with cartoonist kayfabe. I mean, I think that a new what's that book that I like that you don't read about? Oh, Red Room. I think a new Red Room
yeah.
came out today.
What does that have to do with cartoonist kayfabe? Or does he do that?
That's
No,
him.
he doesn't do that. Oh, he does?
Yeah.
What's his name? What's his real name?
I don't know. Steve knows his name. Ed Pisker.
Yeah.
Steve actually got me a signed Ed Pisker comic, and that was very nice of Steve. Thank you, Steve. I like that. It's the color purple. Yep, new Red Room. Oh, I'm really excited for that.
I still kind of want to read it. I just know everybody's got mad at him.
Yeah, it's fine. He didn't mean it. It's just doing a thing.
18. What's our most entries so far? Is this almost about?
This might be the most entry. I think one time we got to 20. If we get to 20, we'll maybe let Chaos and Comics come in, but we probably won't. Next week is going to be issue 15. We're going to talk about a book.
One of them.
Yeah.
Comes out
Flawed.
next
week. We're doing this out of 5.
Out of
you
5.
Want me to do my rating first?
Yeah, you go first.
Yeah, because you usually go first. I think that this might be one of the best books that we've talked about.
Hey,
on this show, and we didn't really talk that much about it. I'm going to give this a 4.36.
Wow.
And I really liked it. I think this book kind of takes a lot of stuff that I like, mixes it up pretty well together. We also got Marlboro Matt here. Thank you for showing your support. Flawed. Proud of you. So
that's what Cole and I did on this show. We flauded bad.
Yeah, so I think at this point we have to get to like 25 viewers in the same time, and you can get on. But
and then you won't. We'll like send you the invite, and you just.
He did show up to my last most anticipated comics video that I did live, and he recommended the Ewoks book. So that'll tell you how long ago that happened. So yeah, not out of 10, Cass. It's out of 5. We do a ranking out of 5 here. I think this book is great. I think both art and storyline is good. I think that you're right. There is probably a little bit of like silliness maybe into how it ends at the end, and there's maybe some questions to that. But I'm going to say, if there is one thing about it, most of the time, when you're writing a mini story, sometimes these things just end a little bit quicker, but I really enjoyed how we got there. And I didn't feel like upset, like, oh, that ended stupid, or it ended in a way where it's just like, just kidding. This mini series is not done here. We're going to do more. It leaves it up to it where there is a chance that we could get more of this, but I'm assuming we probably will not. Blake, how do you feel about it?
Well, there's this engine that you can put in muscle cars. And it's a Chevy 454. It's big, it's mean, it's ridiculous, and it's hard to fit, and it tears up everything. And I'm going to rate this comic 4.54 because even though the end, I think the resolution might have been a little rushed, but everything, there was so much to like about this, and it was like, if you think this show's off the rails, that fucking book was off the rails. That's why this show's been so crazy, is because reading this book made us this like excited and hyper and crazy, and that's the emotion that it brings out of you. It's just like, it's fucking rock and roll and punk rock mixed together, drinking beer, like whatever kind of beer, maybe drinking whiskey, maybe that's better. But like, just they're getting trashed at a house party, standing on the fucking roof screaming, "I am a golden god," before they jump into the pool, right? Hashtag almost famous. It's a great fucking movie, and this is a great fucking comic book, right? I'm going off the rails in my wrap up, but it's great. It's 4.54. It's a hell of a book, and like every page was great to look at. The blood, the drama, there's monsters, guys. There's fucking crazy monsters, and it's a vigilante. It's a vigilante indie book. I love cape dramas, indie style, and this one's weird and crazy and about as violent as you can get, and it's great.
Get brutal. We got God is good. What is going on? God is good.
What up?
God is great. Sorry, maybe you changed that. Maybe
Red.
Maybe I just don't know.
What are crackhead pull quotes? I'm like asking for money.
Yeah, dog.
This book is awesome. I just need
Well, fine.
$5, man. Just give me $5.
Yeah,
Like,
just give me
cash at me.
$5. Let me tell you how good
Just
this book is,
cash
but
at
also
me
give us $5.
$5.
Also, if you guys want to send me money, down below there is not a link to my PayPal, but if you really want to, you can ask me and I'll give you my PayPal, but maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just give you Blake's PayPal. And hey, we've been doing this. One of the things too, I buy most of these books off Amazon. So if you are in a country that I can't send you to from Amazon, maybe I'll just PayPal you the money and maybe you can try and find it on a digital reading platform yourself to read it. But we're gonna spin this entry. Let's
Here we
see what we
go.
got.
20 entries. That's a good number.
Yeah, 20. Whoosh, Las
Las
Cruces.
Cruces.
This book's going all the way to New Mexico.
Hashtag I don't think he's ever missed a show. Like,
He is
good.
not.
You deserve it, bud. Thanks.
Yes, thank you for your
You're awesome.
Colt works for PayPal. I will maybe make a short if it's like a big enough amount of money.
Yeah.
Like if I can buy a PS5, yeah, I'll even eat one of those. Oh, another thing, Taylor, you missed that we talked about is there is a hot dog that has cheese under it, and you put raviolis on it, and it's called a weenioli. And I would make one of those, and I would eat it while twerking if somebody paid me $5, and I'd make.
I think we should just have a weenioli night one Tuesday without any money or twerking. Or
Yeah.
like just who makes the best weenioli? I'll get my sister and her chef boyfriend or my about to be brother-in-law over. We'll like make. They have like the mixer and the pasta maker. We'll make like
with some
homemade
T-Ravs?
raviolis. Yeah.
You gonna put T-Ravs on that?
Maybe we will. Maybe we will T-Rav. We'll T-Rav it up.
I'm gonna hopefully get some soft shell raviolis on mine. But who knows? Hey, tune in for issue 15. That'll be next week Tuesday. Normally do this on Tuesday. For all you that tuned in for the first time this time, I'm sorry this was kind of weird. If you enjoyed it, we usually get off the rails, not this much off the rails. It was great.
I don't know. The chaos is killing me. I can't.
When I finally win, I'm just going to ask if I can have $11. Well, Chaos, if you win, I will send you $11 in single bills. I'll spend more money on shipping it to you.
That's gonna like turn into a thing now. People are gonna like DM us after the show, like, can you just give me like
just give me
$15, whatever you're gonna spend for the book?
Yeah, you take like $3 off that. I just want to buy a hot dog and some ravioli.
Get those soft shell ravs, baby.
So I'm gonna leave with a weird note. My wife randomly started listening to that song Mambo Italiano by Dean Martin, I think.
Yeah.
My son, big fan of that song. He's like, "Hey Mambo Italia," and he just kind of like mumbles what it says, but it's super cute. I hope everyone has a great week. Happy Hump Day. Thank you for tuning in with us. This one got weird.
Yeah. It's fun.
Maybe next week we'll be on more the rails more. Maybe
my
next
face
week
does hurt. Like
I know,
like,
dude.
Like giggling and
weird.
shit.
Yeah, we were just giggling like weird little dudes. I think I maybe needed this, but hey, you know,
we're just giggling like who's two little weird dudes? You guys are.
You know what? Yeah, we've been compared
like
to.
When I talk to my dog, who's my weird little buddy?
Yeah, you know, some people say that we are the Ricky Martin of the comic book community award. We were all in Menudo. We did a solo thing. We just kept it out. Blake's got, I don't know if you know this, Blake's got a 12.4-inch tablet. So if anyone knows how to digitally read well, it's him. Mine's only 10.5. And, you know, sometimes I feel it. It's just not as good. But, you know, I'm thankful for everyone that came here. We had some new people. Slap Nuts, I hope you're doing great. And I hope you're having a great day. You know, who knows? Maybe next week we'll be on the rails. Maybe next week we won't. Maybe next week we'll even talk about a book. Who knows? Maybe we won't.
We talked about it.
Oh, also, fun fact. Last episode, we did get Great Gatsby. I listened to the Gatsby audio.
He did.
Remember when Blake and I were like, hey, we don't even know what happened to Gatsby at the end. He just disappeared. I like Google it. Like, you know that is looked at as like one of the greatest deaths in literature. And I was like,
yeah,
what?
I was like,
also sorry
man.
for spoiling Great Gatsby for you if you didn't know that Great Gatsby just dies in the end of that book. I'm sorry I ruined
I
it for
did tell Cole that too. I was like, dude, I'm pretty sure like I kind of remember it just ending abruptly, like he's just
you.
gone.
No, that was on the show. You're just like, I think it just disappeared. And it kind of and it was one of those where it was such a mundane thing in the audiobook. I kind of was like, wait, did he die? Or are they just talking about him dying? And I had to like go back.
Huh.
Cause I just, I don't know. If you like Great Gatsby, this is the podcast for you.
And if you don't, if you remember Great Gatsby a little bit from high school, but that's about it, and say just outlandish shit about it, like, yeah, I read it. At least the green light. I mentioned the green light. And
I don't even the green. I don't even really I listened to the whole audiobook and I feel like the green light wasn't touched on as much as I
What?
thought it should be touched on, man. I think he shows it to a girl once and she
Oh,
just doesn't that and you're like,
that sucks when you show it to a girl and she doesn't even
she's just
talk.
like, you know
Well,
what? You know
never
what?
mind.
I pictured that would be greener. So yeah, this was
It's
it.
green enough.
It's green enough. It's green enough for me. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, hey, thank you everyone again. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Steve. You've been an old sport. He does say old sport like way too much. Like it's almost like cringy. Can you imagine writing old sport in a book like 500 times? Because it probably
Wow.
says it 500 times. But hey, once again, thank you all. I'm Cole. He's Blake. We read a book. Right on.